Hey there. Okay, so I decided I want to post an update. I'm going on. It'll be my 5th month on the. I think it's the 14th. Trying to remember. Anyway, I have some good news, some odd news. Yeah. Anyways, so I kind of stalled after my second month in and didn't really move at all. Like the weight was just kind of sticking between, I'd say, 198 and around 203-ish. Um and it would fluctuate up and down, like that for the past, 3-ish more months. And so I was, constantly thinking, well, what am I going to do to get out of this stall? And I didn't know what was going on. So I decided to ask my doctor, can we do some blood tests and check and see if maybe I have insulin resistance or something? That's what I've been, reading up on the groups and things like that. And so, of course, he sent me in for tests. But it was, there was a bit of a waiting list to go in for the tests because I don't want to skip work just to get a blood test. So, anyways, I ended up having to wait a couple weeks for that blood test to come around. In the meantime, before the blood test this morning, no, Moogie, you can't play that while I'm doing this. Sorry, my dog. Anyways, so before my blood test this morning, I thought I would try something different. I was still using Splenda in my coffee, or not Splenda. Splenda in my coffee. And I was still using the Mio and other water enhancers, flavor enhancers for my Gatorade, because I have to drink 2 liters of Gatorade a day because I have another health condition that requires me to keep my electrolytes up. And I have really, really been struggling with being dehydrated. I mean, look at this. Like, okay, here's my finger, right? Okay, watch. Your skin is not supposed to dent and stay dented like that on your fingers. That's like a clear sign of, dehydration. It's not filling back up with blood like it's supposed to. Anyway, so I decided I'm going to see if it makes a difference if I quit coffee. So no more Splenda in my coffee and no Splenda in my Gatorade. I switched over to stevia in my Gatorade and cut out coffee altogether. And lo and behold, I started losing weight again, big time. So I went from, I was 201 on, when was it? Just almost 2 weeks ago, I started it. And I was 201. Now I'm down to 193. So I'm really glad that that's starting to come down. I was 193 this morning, as well as yesterday and the day before. I was still hovering around that 193. And then this morning I went to go get that blood test done. And this was a fasting glucose where I had to fast. They did the blood test. And then they gave me this drink of sugar water to drink. And then I had to wait there for 2 hours and then do another blood test. Now, I didn't feel any different, at that time. I got home and, I started my work day late, because I had to wait for the blood test. And my pain levels shot right up in about 3.5 hours after I got home. Pain levels went up, and I I thought over the last several years, more than several years, probably the past decade or so, I've been having what I thought were anxiety attacks. And I'm telling you right now, there's no damn way that was an anxiety attack. It had to be low blood sugar or one of those. Because I was just trembling and shaking, and I was just, yeah, my heart was racing, and I felt lightheaded, and I felt, kind of slightly nauseous. And for the longest time, I thought this was all anxiety, but no, I don't think so. I think it's the sugar reacting to me, or me reacting to the sugar, or the sudden lack of after I came back down from that sugar high. So anyway, so that made me, think, well, I looked up, the hypoglycemia, which is what happens, which I think I was having was a hypoglycemic attack. And then I decided to look up hyperglycemic, and I came to realize that the symptoms for the hyperglycemic I also have. I have that at nighttime. And then every now and then I'll get the hypoglycemic kind of attack, which I always thought was anxiety, but I'm just really, I don't know what to think about it. So anyways, I made another appointment with my doctor to follow up on these blood tests, and also bring up, some points of that. I'm also, considering whether is it possible maybe I have Cushing's, and I've had it all these years and have been undiagnosed, and that's why my body refuses, to properly lose weight, and I end up with all those symptoms. If you were to look at my body shape and then, compare it to somebody who has Cushing's, it's almost identical. So it's not something I ever considered before. But anyways, so I'm going to talk to my doctor and see what's what. But I'm on the way back down with my weight loss, except for today and Saturday. Saturday was my son's birthday, my son and my granddaughter's birthday. We held them in unison. And I had a finger-sized sliver of cheesecake. So, and it was homemade and low sugar, so, it wasn't too bad. But then today with that sugar water that they made me drink, I'll bet you any money it's going to kick me out of ketosis. Who knows? But the one thing I really noticed later on this afternoon, by the end of my day, I finished my work day at around 4:30, and around 3:30, I was just starting to ache so bad. My shoulder was killing me. And, after I started the carnivore, my pain levels just plummeted, right? One day with sugar, and automatically the inflammation is back, the pain is back, and it's like, oh my God, I almost forgotten how much this freaking hurts. This is ridiculous. So it's very obvious, and I'm actually quite shocked. Just thinking about it, how toxic and poisonous sugar is to my body. I'm sure it's the same thing for most people, if not all people. I'm really blown away. I'm just really blown away at how my body reacts. And, it took this complete elimination of all sugars and carbs from my diet for me to realize just how toxic it is to my body, and how sick I have been for most of my adult life. I've had these issues. I'm so glad I'm on the road to recovery. I'm just so angry that it took me till I'm almost 60 to start to feel better. we as a human population should not be subjected to this. You know, we need to have some oversight and some control around our food industry and stop these damn big food giant companies, you know, from deciding what we have to eat and what we shouldn't eat, filling the grocery stores full of food that is killing us all. I mean, you really have to look at the history, man. Like, the human population wasn't fat like this, and it certainly isn't anything we're doing wrong other than eating processed foods and sugar. You know, that's changed. I mean, the food pyramid is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Sorry, pardon my, probably shouldn't do that. I hope YouTube doesn't give me trouble, but I'm just very frustrated. Yeah, I'm wide awake now, and I'm gonna keep working hard at this, and I'm gonna keep feeling better every day, and I'm not giving up on this lifestyle. This is mine to stay. I mean, maybe in the future I might bring a few things back, you know, taste them out, check them out, see how my body reacts. But I certainly found out how my body definitely reacts to sugar today. It is a revelation for me how. See, I'm at a loss for words. Anyway, I think I got everything on my list here that I was going to mention. Yeah. Anyway, please reach out to me if you do want to try carnivore and you want some questions answered. I can point you out to the right people. You know, follow me, click like, all that other stuff, subscribe so that you can see my journey. When I first started, I was 217. Now I am down to 193, and I have not seen the 200 on the scale for a week now. So I'm like, finally, that was my next goal, was to never see the 200 on the scale again. You know, like including all my clothes on and everything like that, right? So that was a day of celebration for me when I saw that I was, you know, no longer seeing the two. And robot vacuum. Please scan the body QR code, download the correct app, and connect to internet to get a better experience. I guess my vacuum wants to be charged. Sorry about that. Anyways, there's your blooper. Oh gosh. Anyway, come see me if you need some help. I'll definitely answer your questions or your messages. Take care. Toodles.